So I kept looking for that company that would provide the virtual currency to this virtual world. And then, out of nowhere, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin. Bitcoin was just what I was looking for. Yeah, right. It was the Wild West for a while, but it was amazing. It was frictionless, it was secure, and of course the banks are being hacked regularly. And the Bitcoin blockchain has never been hacked. So if you think that you're secure with your money in the banks, they're playing whack-a-mole to try to make sure that you feel secure. So here in the venture capital business, we're always looking for new technologies that can potentially transform industries. And so when the internet came around, we were very excited and we funded a lot of companies, and the internet transformed communications and information and gaming and entertainment media. But now we have new technologies, and they start with Bitcoin, this magic technology that has somehow allowed us to have a trusted global currency that isn't tied to any political force, and it's open, transparent, global, frictionless, and the technology that built Bitcoin also has other applications. So, for instance, the blockchain allows for a perfect ledger. It keeps perfect track of money, or it could also keep perfect track of data. This is the biggest change in the history of the world. This is so exciting. I thought the internet was this super exciting thing, and it transformed some industries like communications and information and gaming and entertainment, media.
Yeah.
It changed a lot of big industries, but Bitcoin and the blockchain have the potential to change industries that are the biggest and most highly regulated industries in the world. Most currencies were started just because people trusted them. It was like the promise of gold, or started out being shells, and then it was gold, and then it was the promise of gold, and then it was the promise that the government would back you up, which is a little less of a promise. Well, and that was a given government, and that government was tied to a geographic territory. All of a sudden, we have a currency that is not tied to a government and not tied to a geographic territory. Well, that frees us, because governments have always used that currency to control us, to, in some ways, keep controls over that currency. Well, this frees us. We can operate across border much easily. We can move money across border much more easily, and we reduce the friction significantly. You wonder, why are those banks so big and those bankers all so rich? Why are they all dressed so well? Well, it's because 2.5% to 4% of every transaction you ever do is picked up by the credit card company, and the bank gets the bulk of that. Those are people who have lots of fiat dollars. All of them have lots of fiat dollars, and they aren't really thinking, they're very happy with their fiat dollars. They're not thinking, hey, there is a major revolution taking place that is now allowing for a better currency, one that is more secure, that is decentralized, that is more effective, more useful. It's global, it's open to everyone. It banks the unbanked. It allows people to send their money to their families in the Philippines or in Mexico without any big friction. It is a far better currency than the fiat currency. I mean, right now, your banks are being attacked all the time. The hackers are poking holes in your banks and going after your fiat money. And the bankers are pounding away, trying to keep the hacks away, but they're getting hacked all the time. No one has ever hacked the Bitcoin blockchain. It's fairly rational if you look and you say, well, look, the asymptote is at probably 100 trillion, because that's how much currency runs around in fiat right now. And little by little, Bitcoin is grabbing more and more market share of the currency of the world.
It's a better currency, and there are a lot more great engineers working on Bitcoin and improving it than there are on dollars.